We've never had this much technological leverage at our fingertips. Anyone can spin up an AI model and generate thousands of words, lines of code, or ideas in seconds. Yet most people are using this massive engine to pump out entirely unusable cookie-cutter slop. Most users treat the chat window like a black box. They feed it thousands of words of unorganized context, years of project history, and contradictory goals, and expect the model to sift through the noise and deliver a perfect solution on the first try. To see why that fails, you have to look at what a large language model actually is. It is essentially autocomplete on steroids. When you give it a prompt, the network calculates the mathematical probability of what the next word should be, guesses it, and then feeds the whole sequence back in to guess the next one. When you feed that guessing machine too much unorganized information, it loses the thread. The model struggles to weigh what matters, the probabilities blur together, and the output defaults to the safest, most statistically average response possible. Escaping that cycle requires a shift in how we approach the tool. We have to stop hunting for the perfect, shiny tactic or the ultimate single prompt, and start engineering a reliable process. We need to become systems thinkers. True leverage comes from building a repeatable pipeline. If you can provide the machine with the exact structured inputs it needs, you can guarantee a specific, high-value output on the other side. Every reliable automation follows a strict formula. You have raw inputs, an AI processing environment, and a targeted output. To work, the inputs must be pristine. Instead of a giant, messy PDF, organize the data into cleanly labeled, isolated folders. But even with organized files, there is a technical hurdle. Every time you open a new chat window, the AI wakes up with total amnesia. It has no memory of your project, your rules, or what you built yesterday. You solve this with a file called claude.md. Placing this markdown document in your root folder acts as a daily briefing tape. Whenever a new chat opens, the AI reads this file first. It shows exactly where it is, what the macro goal is, and which tools to use. Because it's concise, you orient the AI without burning context tokens on irrelevant history. By structuring your project context this way, the model stops acting like a confused assistant guessing at your intent. It becomes a highly focused executor, preserving its memory limit for the actual task. Even with perfect context, a single AI session has limits. If you force one window to brainstorm, research, code, and test a project, the logic degrades. Divide the workload. The first role is the builder, your pristine main engine, fed only the exact data required for the specific feature. For external information, spin up the research assistant in a separate window to distill web findings into a clean document. Hand that summary back to the builder. This prevents the main engine from getting cluttered. Finally, use the crash dummy. Paste the generated script into a fresh, isolated chat to stress test it exactly like an end user. Compartmentalizing these roles protects the integrity of your logic. It ensures the primary models stay sharp and the final product remains highly focused. Underneath all the engineering, there is a stark mathematical reality to this technology. Because the model is built on probabilities, it will always default to the average of its training data. That design makes it exceptionally good at objective, black and white tasks. If you need it to format data, summarize research, or write basic code, it excels because there is usually a clear, correct answer. But where it excels in logic, it completely lacks human agency. It does not have perspective, it does not experience the world, and it cannot generate a truly novel, creative leap on its own. When everyone has access to the same average reasoning, the only thing that creates actual value is taste. In a world of infinite, identical outputs, a single moment of human intuition becomes the most valuable asset you have. AI provides the most leverage when it offloads the macro tasks, freeing you to inject your specific perspective into the final work. Stop searching for shortcuts. Start building simple, reliable systems today. Rigorously prune your context, let the machine handle the math, and focus your energy on delivering the kind of high-value outputs only a human can steer.